What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Dirty Mike, and today, my friends, we got some grade A material. We got the ultimate finishing tutorial. If you enjoy it, please drop a thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to put all this good stuff together. That premium material. I'm the king of the freeze frames right about now. And in the comments down below, let me know what you think. What tutorial do you want to see in the future? What did I miss? If you're struggling, ask questions. I get back to as many people as possible. But without further ado, some may call us a glutton because we're going to eat every single meal, okay? But we have the dribbler as where we're going to get started, and it implies something much different than what we're actually going to showcase. You're thinking, hey Mike, you're going to dribble the goalkeeper. I haven't been doing that this year. Does that really work? No, we're not having a throwback to being able to dribble the goalkeeper or walking around the goalkeeper every day of the week. That's just not what's happening. But the keeper's on the move. And this is one of the most common 1v1s you're going to find yourself in. And what I recommend is tapping it home with the finesse shot. If you've already opened up your body, that's the crucial part of finesse shooting, is have you open up your body. Do you have the correct angle? Because you don't need to aim these. You just got to make sure that your player is facing the proper way, all right? And then you're just going to love tap it. You're going to touch it. And that's why I call it a dribbler. It's dribbling into the back of the net. The goalkeeper, because he came out, what he takes away is if you want to power up anything. If you're trying to use a lot of power and the goalkeeper's coming at you full speed, it doesn't work. They seem to get a touch on it, and it causes problems. And if you played a lot of the demo, people didn't think the finesse shot was going to be that valuable for the 1v1s. Everybody was thinking driven finish, and don't worry, I got plenty of examples of the driven finish. But the finesse shot still has plenty of value. And it's all about keeping it simple, which is what you're going to see in the second freeze frame here. We're already facing the right way, and there's only one place for us to score. There's really no other option. And the reason that I recommend using the finesse shot rather than just pushing B or just pushing circle or the shoot command, whatever you have it as, you get a little more shape. And you don't need a player that has an amazing weak foot to score a finesse shot where you're tapping it home. Now, if you start powering it up, it changes, okay? But if you're tapping it home, a 3-star weak foot is okay. A 4-star, even better. 5-star, ooh, we're good money. But I just want to stress that because people often get intimidated when they're thinking, shoot, I don't think I can do this. I got somebody who doesn't have the best weak foot. For tapping it home, it's all good. I wouldn't go as far as saying you want a 2-star or something along those lines, but it's all good. With the Carrillo example that you just saw us smash that on that near post, I just felt like it was more complicated to go across the body. Could you have? Maybe. But let's keep it as easy as it can be. I don't want to complicate something that doesn't need complication. Now with the near post pump, this is where we're going to be using the driven finish, which I definitely appreciate. And when you're using the driven shot, if you can get couple bars, maybe even 3 bars, so 50 to 75% power, that's always going to be a good look. Now the only one place to aim, and that's what you're seeing on this freeze frame, because there isn't. Where else are you going to go? And it's going to make for a brilliant finish where you were able to pinpoint a little bit of space and you get the goal, you got the go ahead, and you can win the match. That's what's important. We're just trying to get W's here. That is beautiful. I think it was Bella Robbie that puts that home. Yeah, I like that. And the key with the driven finish is that the goalkeeper is not coming out crazy. It doesn't work well if the goalkeeper is rushing you, at least not from my experience, unless it's one of those things where you're just barely tapping it. And if you're doing that, you might as well tap it home with the finesse shot and get a little bit of shape. Now with the keep it simple, once again, I'm saying keep it very straightforward, very direct. Go for that near post. If you go across the body, you're taking a larger, I'm going to say it's a larger margin of error. If you go across the body, it's easier for you to make a mistake. It's easier for you to overshoot that. The goalkeeper might stick his hand out. You got more problems. And now into the next portion of this, we have the yoga. And the reason I call it the yoga is because it's once again looking at the finesse shot where you got time and body control. Kind of like yoga, right? If you go into a class, I'm very unflexible, by the way. That's a painful experience for me. And understanding spacing, as you can see in the freeze frame, I'll go back to this. Messi's free. And I've got so much time, and the goalkeeper didn't come out. So I'm going to power up a finesse shot. I showed the angle. Doesn't matter what you're going to do. You're going to pick it out of the back of the net. It's perfect. And this works on the near post or going across the face of the keeper. It's all about opening up your body, as I can reiterate over and over again with the finesse shot. You don't have to worry about aiming You just got to make sure your player is facing the direction that you want to make this happen. And if the goalkeeper is not off his line, he's not rushing you real quick, it's all good. Near post, far post, good to go. The only thing that I do want to mention about this procedure is you need players that are okay with that weak foot. If you want to try to do finesse shots on people's weak foot, it's best to have at least a 4 or a 5-star weak foot. I'm not saying you can't do it with a 3-star, but it's not going to be at the same level of efficiency. Speaking of, Nzanzi, I believe, is taking that finesse shot. He might have a 3-star. I'm not saying you can't do it. Don't get me wrong. But when you start to add more power into finesse shot, or you start to step back just a tad bit, it's no longer quite as close to the goal, then you need people that have that skill. They have that asset. Look at that. Oh, I love this. It's a brilliant situation. Every time I fall into this scenario, I know I'm going to score. You can make a lot of mistakes in terms of your margin of error with aiming. You don't need to pinpoint this right into the corner. The goalkeeper is just giving you so much room. And all you got to do is choose right. And in this case, finesse shot, back of the net. You've already opened up your body. You did the hard part. And you just got to tuck it home. That's the mistake people make with the finesse shot over and over again, is that they don't angle their player and they don't understand why it's not working. And it's because your approach play with the finesse shot is so important to the success rate. I've done a full tutorial covering both the finesse shot and the driven finish. So if you need more help or more depth about either one, I got them. I'll probably link it down below in the comments. And we got a breakaway here. And this is the introduction to something new, because we don't see this in past FIFAs where you have the ability to hit this low driven across the keeper's face and he doesn't react well. Another one of those 50 to 75% power, and it'll go in. It will. But it can get kind of tricky, because sometimes if your aim is just a tad bit off, you're going to look like an idiot. There's not a nicer way of saying it. You could put it all the way out to the corner flag. It could dribble to the keeper and he's going to parry it. There's a fine margin for error, but it is still a valuable skill to have, because there's certain situations where there's no other option. If you wanted to score, that's it. For that first example, you could not go near post there. You could not power that up. It's not going to work for you. You have to go across the body, and with the driven finish going low, that's the way. Same with DRIBBLER tucking that home, as we could get an instant replay. And the last thing I want to talk about, and you're not going to see clip examples or analysis, you can score goals powering it up from within the box, but it's like a higher risk, and I don't even know if the reward's that good. Because you can use the driven finish to do it. You can use the finesse shot to do it. But, yes, you can score with the power shot, but there's a better chance that you're going to roof it, you're going to miss something, or you're not going to have much accuracy behind it. I just don't want to discourage somebody from trying that out. It still has value, but it's not as successful, or it's not as efficient as some of these examples, in my opinion. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed it, remember to smash that like button, and I have a lot more content coming for you ASAP. Everything is up above. Stay in touch. Stay linked up. We got the social icons. Twitch.tv if you want the full matches.